What's going on, prospectors? Today we are going to check out some Paydirt, and it is gonna make you dizzy.
Woo! That one left me all spun around. But that's right, what's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. And today I got one that'll spin your head around. Hopefully, anyways. Was on eBay and came across this one by Dizzy's Prospecting. A 1 gram guaranteed bag, but potentially more. I thought it was really interesting in the description, and I'll go over it here with you just in a moment. In fact, let me go ahead and put that up right now for you so you can read along. Or you can go to the page itself and read over there as well. Now, what I thought was really interesting is this is a minimum guaranteed bag of 1 gram. But the description indicates that it could be more. And it sounds like it could be a lot more, could be a little more, could be nothing more. Who knows? But essentially what we got is Dizzy's Paydirt, just the gold, 70% guaranteed ROI. Every bag is guaranteed 1 to 2 grams of gold. You'll receive a bag with 14 ounces of concentrate. All of the dirt is classified under 1/8. That's great. And is real unsearched concentrates. So note the amount of gold that you would normally find is small. And you may find silver. Now, a significant portion of this Paydirt is black sands that are magnetic, and a lot that's not. Classification, magnets will not always be necessary, but it is potentially a difficult bag. Gold content will include very small flakes, up to pickers, depending on your roll. Now, that's what caught my attention. And we'll get to that here in just a minute. You'll also receive one unique item, apparently that he got elsewhere that got put in there. Now, here's the interesting part. Each bag content is determined in a new way, using statistics. Basically what it comes down to is he rolls some dice. What's on the dice indicates what's going in your bag. So it's kind of a RNG, roll the dice, see what goes in for the extras, and that goes on top of that 1 gram guarantee. Apparently, he also has, it's a pretty long description, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if you ask him, he does have for you a video where he builds your bag on the video. So, if you're not sure if you got everything, you could ask to see the video, go over there, and you can see literally what he put in every single bag. And then you'll know whether you got it all. So that's pretty cool. That's different, very different from anybody else. I'm sure a lot of the other Paydirt sellers video them making stuff, but not to that level that I've ever heard. So that's really interesting. That he makes it available to people is also pretty cool. This Paydirt is designed for experienced, hard to advanced panners. You probably don't want this bag if you don't have any experience panning. Others have purchased his bags and they were hard for them. So we'll see. We're going to run it down the sluice and then we're going to pan out those concentrates. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So there you go. Now this set me back about 90 bucks. And that's about what it'll cost you today, as you can see on the description page. Sounds pretty good. So really cool way of setting up a bag. It ships to us in a little padded manila folder. Let us find our trusty miner's claw. Slice this baby open and see what's inside. Now the package itself is super taped up, so it's not likely to rip on the way, which is good for the manila folders because they do like to rip. But if you give them a layer of tape, not so much. All right. So what we got here in the bag, it's baggied up, and it looks like it is double bagged, so this is the outer bag. But there's a little note on the outside. Caution, open last. Spoilers. So, like I used to do with a lot of my Paydirt, I would put information in there about what actually, how much gold you're going to get, and yada, yada, yada. And so it looks like he's followed suit there. And if you're not sure what you should have got, open this up and you know what you should have got. Now, we'll save that for the end. We'll see if we're on or off or what. But there's our dirt. It's got a sticker on the outside here. Lots of tape holding it closed. Probably do with a little less tape. But miner's claw will get us in eventually. Yeah, I don't like so much tape on the package. It is secure, but it makes a kind of a pain in the ass to get into. And it doesn't add that much security. There we go. Fuck this. Alright, let's rip this shit open. Now, in the bag here, there's 2 bags. Now, the unique item that's mentioned in the description is in its own little baggie. Let's open that up and see what we got. It is heat sealed as well. And it looks maybe like a crystal or something. Yep. A big hunk of quartz. Broken off on this side, but you can kind of get a bit of a terminate. So it was like part of a cluster, and this piece popped off of it. Pretty cool though. Little piece of quartz. Big old piece of quartz rather. Let's set that over to the side here in the party pan. All right. So that was a unique item. And then we got a Paydirt. Now, Paydirt is also heat sealed. All right. So let's crack this baby open, pour it out, and see what we got to deal with here. Come on. All right. Let's go ahead and bust this thing open. I say it is double tap heat sealed up on top, so that is not going to bust out. Open this baby up. Got some really pretty Paydirt. Got a little bit of a pink hue to it. I just heard a kerplunk, which looked like a coin just fell out of the bag. Now, he mentions in the post or in the ad, oh, it's a buffalo nickel. Ah, that's cool. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that on the. There we go. Little buffalo nickel. That's cool. And then there's a penny. A little wheat penny. Also pretty cool. Pop that over there as well. I think that's all the goodies. Since this is a smaller amount of dirt, I think I'm just going to go ahead and wet it up and run it down the sluice. No sense in classifying it out further. Let's go ahead and get a little bowl, and we can take a closer look at it. Not seeing any huge nuggets jumping out at me. But let's see, magnetics. He did mention there is some pretty significant magnetics in here, and I'm seeing it already. Look at that. But if we go in for more, it'll look the same. Yeah, look at that. A lot of magnetics in there. So definitely be ready for that. Be ready to pull them out of the way. Nothing too overwhelming though. Definitely manageable. But I keep going back, and it keeps giving more. It's the bag that keeps giving. All right. So definitely some good magnetics in there. Good looking pay dirt. Let's get her wet and fire that sluice. So don't go anywhere. We're going to get this gold. All right. Let's fire up this sluice and run us some pay. We got this dirt all nice and wet. Now this ship's out of Colorado, so I'm going to assume this is Colorado pay dirt. See how it goes. 1 gram guarantee, and then some. And I'm already seeing some gold. That's a great sign. Seeing all sorts of gold in here. Nice pieces, little itty bitties. It's gonna be a good bag, I think. We'll speed this up. I'll catch you in a minute. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Nice serving of gold. All right. Seen a little bit down here beyond the zone. Not too much though. go. There's your gold, baby. Looking pretty good. There's a nice little picker in there, along with all those other medium flakes and small flakes. I'm not seeing a lot of fine stuff in there. But yeah, there we go. We got our shiny. Let's get this suckered up, dried up. You know what we do. Find out how much we got. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. We got that Dizzy's Paydirt, 1 gram guaranteed. We got the gold all dried up and ready to go. Minor bob in the ass are hanging by. Now, along with the gold, we also got some pretty sweet inclusions. There's this big faceted or terminated part of quartz crystal. Pretty nice. Also, got a wheat penny from 1950. There's a buffalo nickel in here. Unfortunately, I can't tell what year it's from because it is pretty worn down. But then again, if you were over 100 years old, you'd be pretty worn down too. And then one little piece of pyrite that I set to the side also. So pretty cool for inclusions. And then, of course, the gold. So let's check that out and see how much we wound up getting. Plunk, plunk, plunk. There's 1 gram. All right, and there we go. 1.333 grams of gold. How about that? 1.333 grams of gold. So we were guaranteed 1 gram. We got about 1/3 of a gram above that guaranteed. Not too shabby. Along with those inclusions, this was a pretty decent bag. Now, of course, we'll hold the final words here for just a moment, but I'll take a couple pictures and then be back with my final words and ROI. All right, welcome back. Man, what can I say? That was some pretty decent dirt. Dizzy's Paydirt, 14-ounce bag of dirt. 1 gram was guaranteed. Now let's talk about that dirt first. The dirt itself was pretty easy going. There was a good amount of light material that we were able to get out of there pretty quickly. But there was a fair amount of heavies as well. Had a nice amount at the end to pan through. There was a good amount of magnetics in there, as I showed you during the video. And so I would say make sure you have a magnet tool somewhere nearby so you can get those out as you can. That way you're not fighting with them at the end. However, there was a fair amount of other heavy material in there as well. So even if once you get that magnetics out of the way, you're still going to have a little bit of a challenge to work through. So that was pretty good. I would definitely say this is more for your novice to advanced panner, not so much for your beginner, just because of those materials in there. But if you go slow, maybe a scoop at a time, I'm sure even a beginner could work their way through this bag. It's a really good way to build some skill, if anything. So definitely a good Paydirt bag to go through. Had a good time going through it. Now, let's talk about that gold. And actually, let's just go ahead and put the sign up right now. Boom! There you go. The bag itself cost us $89. We wound up recovering 1.333 to 336. The scale was kind of fluctuating there a little bit. Grams of gold. Now, today's value, we're looking at about $75.49, and that's going to net us an ROI for the gold of 84%, which is not too shabby. Now, do bear in mind there were some additional inclusions in that bag. Namely, we had that piece of quartz, a buffalo nickel, and a wheat penny. So, again, because there was no date on the nickel, it's kind of hard to exact its value. But we'll just say that's like $2. The penny's 50 cents. The gem's probably worth a couple bucks too. So that just kind of bumps up the ROI even a little bit more. But really, you know, we're here for the gold. Everything else is just icing on the cake. And that cake was pretty damn tasty. 84% ROI is a really solid ROI. Had a great time going through it. There was a nice balance between gold and pay dirt going through there. Every scoop that came out of there had gold in it. And, you know, you can't really ask for anything more. It was a really good bag of dirt. I would absolutely recommend, if you're looking for some pay dirt and you're flying around on eBay, if you come across Dizzy's, try not to get spun around too much. But grab yourself a bag of his dirt. It's some good stuff, and I would definitely recommend you'd have a good time going through it. So there you go. Pretty decent stuff, Dizzy's Pay Dirt. I'll put a link down below to the ad that I got it from, or from the listing that I got it from, and you can go check it out for yourself. There you go. Now, one thing that I forgot to include is they tell you what you should have got. So let's go through here and make sure we got everything that we were supposed to. 1.333 grams is what the thing said there, is what we recovered. Now, oh wow, this is all very detailed. So, he has it all listed out for us. What the ROI is expected, etc., etc. Grams of gold, final value, along with all the rolls that he did to achieve this payout. But yeah, final gold total given was actually listed at 1.33 or 1.32. So ours is a little bit of variance in there. Though he did say this is unsearched pay dirt, so maybe there was a flake in the dirt itself. But either way, we're really, really close to what was expected. Actually, a little bit over. And it's really interesting. He puts the gold purchase when he bought it, when it got made. But either way, end of the day, 1.32 is what we were expecting. 1.33 is what we got. And 84%. Not too bad. So there you go. This is Dig Daddy, signing out from the shed. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber, so that way you don't miss any of our future content. But definitely slap that like button. And if you want to pick up some backyard prospecting merch, head over to Backyard Prospecting in the Prospector Shop. You can find prospecting equipment, snuffer koozies, swag at my swag shop, shirts of different designs, the mooch merch, the gold digger merch, and of course the traditional backyard prospecting logo. So check all that out. Otherwise, I just want to thank you all for tuning in, and if I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.